Thursday morning, we ate the Paschal lamb. Later that evening, in fulfillment of the prophet, we see our Lord as a sheep being led to the slaughter. And yet, last night, we hear in perhaps what is my favorite hymn, our Lord say to his mother, "Weep not, weep not, for the gatekeepers of Hades, the guards of hell tremble and shake." There's a strange mystery that is here. Who trembles because of a sheep? Who shakes because of a lamb? And not just any lamb, but a lamb that lies in a tomb dead. Weep not, for the gatekeepers of Hades tremble. To perhaps put a little spin on the sermon we will hear from St. John Chrysostom this evening. Death has taken a lamb, but discovered a lion. We hear in the prophet that the lamb is silent as it is led to its shearers. No longer is our Lord a silent lamb, but the Lion of Judah, and he roars. That hymn goes on, "Weep not, mother, for the gatekeepers of Hades tremble." And here's a line that I think every altar boy gets excited about. "The gatekeepers of hell tremble, seeing me in my blood-spattered robes of vengeance. And mother, I will rise on the third day and magnify you." In another one of the hymns last night, we hear, "Come, let us see our life lying in the tomb. He is there so that he may give life to those who lie in the graves. Come, as we see him from the seed of Judah, sleeping today, let us say to him the words of the prophet, 'You bowed down and slept as a lion, and who shall rouse you, O king?'" This image of the sleeping lion is one that we see throughout the scriptures, throughout the Old Testament. And there's two reasons for this. One of them being that there was a legend, there was this understanding or this belief that when the lion slept, it kept one eye open. So it was best to avoid a lion if it was sleeping. And so the fathers, they interpreted this and understood it as, though he is dead in the grave, yet he is awake as God. I don't think we have to go to that legend to ever find ourselves in danger of purposefully waking up a lion. Because the reality is a sleeping lion is a dangerous lion. Because a lion in its sleep, even then, has the strength to kill. Imagine a lion rolling over with such strength. "You bowed down and slept as a lion. And who shall awaken you, O king? Who shall awaken the lamb that was slain out of love for us? Who shall awaken the lion who devoured death the great devourer. This is why I love today's service perhaps more than any other. Because in this service, there's something that's infinitely childlike. I remember, and specifically Saturday mornings, so many times waking up early and being so excited to spend the day, not at school for one, but with my parents, that I would bang on the door and I would jump into bed and wake up my parents. This morning, our Lord lies in the tomb. And yet we, his children, we can't wait. We want him to wake up. The one who has loved us so much. The one who gives so much to us. Who shall rouse you, O King? How do you wake a sleeping lion? I have a suggestion. We send the lion's mother. We send the lioness that bore the lion. And indeed, though it's a bit hidden in the scriptural account, the first of the myrrh-bearing women to go to the tomb was our Panagia. And so if we find ourselves like another Peter, filled with guilt and shame because we've denied him, not once or even 3 times, but every time we sin, let us turn to the mother of the lion to speak a word on our behalf, so that we too, like Peter, upon hearing that the tomb is empty and our Lord is risen, and while it is still early, run. And all of us together can cry out, "Arise, O God! Arise, O God! May Christ our God, the Lamb who was slain for us, and the Lion who rules us, be with you all."